I'm Nick Banks, on day release from Drumming with Pulp, and this is More Soup Mr Mayor, my look at the behind-the-scenes manoeuvrings at Millmoor, the home of the mighty Rotherham United. Between you and me, I'm a Wednesdayite, but I've been known to enjoy the odd Saturday afternoon watching the Millers from the comfort of the director's box and to enjoy the boardroom refreshments. You see, my dad drives the chairman, scrap tycoon Ken Booth, to and from games.
He was in liquidation, the Rotherham United, and I bought it from the receiver.
And it was a purely a heart decision rather than a head decision to save Rotherham
United. I have a
United.
business next door to the ground, and I am a keen supporter and have been for a long time. Don't forget, like, I'm nearly 80.
Indeed.
I'm only 9 months off being 80.
Crikey.
So,
And he wants to get there.
I want to get there, that's right.
Yeah.
For this week's game against Wycombe, I arrived early to find out how the club operates, to get the inside story on all the big money decisions, and, with luck, mingle with the glamorous elite of Rotherham. I have in the past, don't forget, rubbed shoulders with His Worship the Mayor over a cup of soup at half-time. This week, we're in the middle of a fuel crisis, and the Millers have just sold their star striker, Leo Fortune West, to Cardiff, which ruffled a few feathers, I can tell you. And the club chairman has just forked out another 100 large to cover the expense of not playing at home last weekend. In my search to find out what makes the club tick, I decided to get stuck in with the dirty stuff. After all, if you want to know how a club really operates, why shouldn't you talk to the kit cleaner? Hello there.
Hiya. I'm Christine. I'm in charge of washing out kits.
Is there always a lot of kit to wash?
Very much so, yeah. There's not only pros kits, there's all under 16s, 15s, 14s, 13s, 12s.
Do they bring their socks and pants in from home as well?
Some do. You know, lads what's in digs and that.
Do you object to that?
No, I don't mind.
Oh, can I bring mine in then?
Yeah, I know.
Right. Last season especially, I remember seeing that Rotherham's kit was spectacularly sparkling, especially the nice white arms. Are you sponsored by any kind of soap brand or anything?
No.
You've got to buy it all in. That's a bit tight, isn't it?
Yeah.
You'd think that, Rotherham United looking nice and clean.
Well, no, I don't get much for nobody these days.
You don't, that's true. Don't get much for no. I told you she'd know what was going on.
But it's left a note because the problem we've got now, every time we phone up for somebody, it's $500,000 now. They know we've got 300 grand in.
It's Thursday, and John Breckin, the assistant manager, is in charge whilst Ronnie Moore has a routine knee operation.
OK, mate. I'll tell him you rung. Cheers, Charlie. Bye.
Hello, John.
Sorry for keeping you.
It's all right. I'm Nick,
Right.
5
You've
Live.
picked a busy day, like, with Ronnie being in hospital and having his operation.
Well, that's right, yeah. Have you heard any news from the slab?
No, I actually phoned him at 1:30, he'd just gone down. But, no, and then I've had, everybody's been on.
Right, yeah.
We've got a few injury problems, so...
Oh, dear.
So when he comes round, he's not going to be that happy.
Hello, physiotherapy.
Yeah, I'm Dennis Circuit and one of the physios here.
Do you find there's a bit of pressure on the physiotherapy staff to keep the players fit and up and running?
Last night was a disaster as regards preparation at Wrexham because we got there, I think it was 7:10.
Yeah, did you have to push the coach with no petrol in it?
Well, we were all right on that aspect, but an hour from there suddenly were 5 taxis on the M56 blocking the motorway.
Oh, right, yes.
It was not a good warm-up at all.
Yeah.
And after 4 minutes, Brian Wilson pulls a hamstring.
Right, I see, yeah. It's not just fuel crisis, it's muscle crisis brought on by fuel crisis.
Correct. Yeah.
What a thought.
Well, he's starting to bite it a little bit. You always get this through the season, every club has it.
Yeah.
You just got to have the finger on the button and try and wheel and deal or get players on loan if you can. We're also looking to strengthen the squad. We was at Middlesbrough last night, and we've put feelers out this morning, so you never know.
As I say, under the circumstances, the manager and the assistant manager, they try very hard. And of course, we do have a good training ground, and I would like some of his own youngsters to come through.
Do you often see youngsters as a way of generating transfer money?
Let's face it, we do not stop in any youngster's way if he's good enough, and he wants to go. And a big club come in for him. Well, by all means, we'll do the business to let him go.
Yeah. The last accounting figures that are available, dating from the 98 to 99 season, show that only 5 nationwide clubs actually made a profit. Rotherham is something like 1.3 million in debt. So, if the club is to keep going, every little penny counts. Here we are outside Miller Sports, the Rotherham United merchandise shop. To be quite honest, apart from the traffic, it is a bit quiet, I must say. It's not exactly inundated with customers. We've got a couple of folks at the bus stop. Obviously, they're not getting on the 138 to Kimberworth Park today. So, to be perfectly honest, Man United Superstore, it is not. However, I'm sure it has got some quality items. Let's go and we'll have a butcher's. I think I see a rather fetching toweling dressing gown in the window. I must say I'm going to have a look at that. Let's see what else we've got here in the can. We've got mugs, of course, plenty of mugs. Yeah, we've got your Rotherham United boot bag. We've got the manager's coat. Now let's have a look at let's test the nap on that. It's good nylon, good strong nylon. Keep the wind out there when you're at Halifax or Scunthorpe or so. Now this is an interesting one I don't think I've seen. We've got a Maxim 2-in-1 new style duo hair curling tongs. Hello there, Dave.
Dave Nichols, commercial manager. How are you?
Nick Banks.
Hi, Nick.
Hair curlers. I didn't dare ask, though they were in Rotherham colours. So what would you think about the game today? Do you think it's going to be Rotherham's first home win?
Well, I hope so. I hope.
We need it, don't we?
Yes, we need home. We
games,
need a home win
yeah.
to get the supporters in.
Yeah.
Do you think the supporters are a little fickle like that sometimes? If the team's winning, they turn up. If they're not doing so well, they stay at home.
Yes, well, I mean, I went to Blammer Lane last night.
Yeah.
And I think the attendance was about 11,000.
Well, they were making some noise though, because I could hear them from my back garden.
Yes, but apart from the noise, it's the spectators that wants to be there to pay the money.
The average gate at Millmoor is somewhere between 3,000 and 4,000 a week. Of these, 1,400 hold season tickets, but the club needs to find money from other sources. Competition from a successful Rotherham Rugby Union club doesn't help. Dave Nichols is commercial manager. He likes to keep sponsorship prices and magazine advertising costs down to keep them attractive to local businesses.
A lot of them may have been supporting the club since they were kids, and then they get themselves in a position where they can afford a couple of £100 and they like to see their name associated with their favourite team for not a lot of money. We know at this level that there are not major companies lining up to spend money. I like to keep my eyes and ears open. I buy our weekly newspaper, all them advertise every Friday. I find in there companies that's moving into the area, and I want to be knocking on their door.
Of course,
they may have nothing, but if I don't ask, then I don't know.
Every club has their celebrity fans. Does this give an indication of quality? Size? Should we be bothered? Consider this. Man City have the Gallagher brothers, but the Millers have the Chuckle brothers. As a Wednesdayite, and therefore a lover of quality comedy, I admit I wasn't so keen to meet them. But it was Thursday, and I was at a loose end.
I believe Wednesday have just signed 2 new Chinese players.
Is that right?
Yeah, we won once.
And how long since? That's them too, isn't it?
2 players, good players then.
Yeah.
Well, they could do with it, I think, at the moment, yes. If you were in charge of Rotherham United, what do you think you'd do? Would you put any changes
Depends what sort of money we had behind us.
Yes.
It'd be nice to have a lot of money behind and then build a 60,000 seat stadium. We'll show them how to do it, yes.
Do you think Rotherham could accommodate a 60,000 seat stadium?
Oh, yes.
Think you get enough bums on seats?
Oh, well, I don't know about that, but we could accommodate it. Just look at it. Everybody could have a row to themselves, all 4,000.
Yeah, they could lay out chaise longues.
Yeah, that's right. They could all lay down and watch it. Yeah, it'd be great.
So, if you were the boss, and you say you were sponsoring the Rotherham United kit, would you change it at all? Would you go for a bit more of a Chuckle Vision look to the strip?
Oh no! Oh dear!
Oh dear! No,
the
you
red
can't
and white.
change the red.
No, it looks brilliant. The old red and white. We'd have Tomita you on the chest, of course.
Correct.
Caressed?
Well,
What's
caressed as well.
You don't
on
caress
the back.
them, no, you leave
Caressed
them
on the
alone,
back.
Benny.
Oh, right.
But I'm sure you want me to say, I know you're almost 80.
Yes, I'm almost 80.
How long can you see yourself still holding the reins at Rotherham and keeping the whole ship ticking along?
If there's anyone in the pipeline who wants to come and take over and has the necessary money and to improve the ground and give the manager money to improve the squad, well, I'll talk to them anytime.
Right, yeah.
There's plenty of people who want to come on the board without any money.
Yeah.
Well, they're not good, are they? And that's the beginning and the end of all it is the money.
Right, indeed.
After all, it is a business. It's football. It's got to pay its way.
Ronnie, a strange week again. Throwing the cups after Saturday, but delighted after Tuesday, I presume. What was the difference?
I know, I mean, it's just...
Well, it's Friday morning. We're back here at Millmore. It's a bit grey today, unfortunately. But we're just waiting for Mr. Ronnie Moore, El Supremo, manager of Rotherham United, to talk to us. He's having his Friday morning press conference, and we shall hopefully see what he's got to say about the running of this venerable little institution. Morning, Ronnie.
How are you?
How is the knee, by the way?
It's okay.
Yeah.
Ronnie is a bit of a folk hero in these parts. As target man in the late 70s and early 80s, he played a pivotal role in the club's ascent into the then second division. As a manager and part-time social commentator, he also understands why Rotherham are not getting big gates.
You have to look at the mine, and it's been the mine and town, they're all closed, the steelworks are closing, so it's very, very difficult to get the supporters in.
Yeah.
And really we need to be coming up with different sort of ideas really to bring them in with, I don't know, half price days or something that's going to bring...
You just hope you get a good game, you don't put them off for life.
Yeah. we should put them on the bus and take them away, because that's what we seem to do better.
I've got a meeting at 11:30, is it, or 11?
Now, a town's mayor is the kind of person you'd expect to know about the importance of the club to the community. And since I was last at Rotherham, there's been some change at the top of the civic ladder. So, I paid his worship a call. Had he been down to Millmore yet?
Not so far, but certainly if Rotherham have got a particularly important game coming up, I would like to be there to support them and to enjoy the match.
Do you think a successful team is good for the town as a whole?
Without any doubt whatsoever, I think that every town or city that has a successful team which gets the local people behind it, it lifts everybody's spirits. And quite clearly last year, with Rotherham United getting promotion, it made a lot of people feel very good.
So to close, what's your favourite soup?
My favourite soup?
Yes. Do you like one with a bit of bits in it, or do you like a nice,
I like
nice smooth?
I on holiday I will always have soup of the day, and I have to say
a bit of variation.
Variation, it can be as hot as it likes.
Marvellous.
And now the lineup for your very own Rotherham United.
Pound a time, aren't they?
Aye. Lottery tickets, is this?
And that's a winner.
Is that chairman always gets the winning ticket?
Yeah, I think so. He wins every week anyway, doesn't he? So.
It'd be a bit embarrassing seeing you trotting onto the pitch to collect the winnings, I wanted, Mr. Booth.
Well, I pay for it every week, so if it comes up, I'm entitled to it.
Fair enough. Entitled as anyone else, I suppose.
That's right.
We wander through then. I'd say, Mr. Booth, a lot of chairmen wouldn't walk through the concourse like this. Some had to get a few chance remarks perhaps put their way. Would that bother you at all?
No, it doesn't bother me. I mean, you can't suit people all the time.
Yeah. We're here on match day in Rotherham. But yeah, I think the best thing to do is to see if we can find some real hardcore fans, see what they've got to say about the state of Rotherham United at this present time.
Well, we went up twice in the late 80s and early 90s. We went to Wembley in 1996, and each time it's crying out for a bit of investment, if you like, speculation. And an example is again the Leo Fortune West saga. We have sold our talisman. Okay, there might be good business reasons why, but we've sold our talisman just at the moment when we need him.
Unfortunately, we've got a board that isn't really a board. They're not board meetings, so we're here. They're just Rotherham businessmen. See, if someone wanted to go on that board, somebody stepped up, put their head above the parapet and said, I'm a businessman, I've got some money, I want to go in, they wouldn't let them because they can turn up in the nice cars, sit in the director's box with the nice suits on. We know they don't do much. They've said that to us.
The board at Rotherham is possibly the smallest in the country. It includes Carl Luckock, a car dealer, and Ron Hull, the demolition man, who is also Mr. Booth's son-in-law. The chairman's main business interest surrounds the ground like a post-industrial graveyard. C.F. Booth and Son, buyers of all grades of scrap. You can see the sign from the director's box, but it's clear the fans don't enjoy the irony.
So we are entering the the inner sanctum of Rotherham, the director's boardroom, and a wonderful place it is too. Here we are. Afternoon.
My name's Carl Luckock. I've been a member of the board since 1988, and before that I was a supporter like everyone else. I think that's one of the things about myself is that it does hurt like it hurts any supporter. I'm not just a director who comes here for a glass of brandy and something to eat.
Mr. Hull, how are you doing?
Fine.
So how's the demolition business getting on these days?
Oh, all right.
Yeah? I mean, my dad was saying you were knocking some flats down in Manchester or something other week, was it? They come down all right?
Yeah, very good
stuff. Here at Rotherham, how exactly does the board setup work in a way?
At the end of the day, you have to say that the decisions are down to Mr. Bowles, which I don't say anything wrong with. At the end of the day, it's his money, and he's every right to make the decisions at the end of the day. You know.
I mean, like, you're in the car business. But you don't think it's sort of strange or ironic in a way that Mr. Booth, who is a scrap man, running a football club? I think he's shrewd and he's got a sharpness, focus even?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. He doesn't make any, doesn't make many mistakes, that's for sure. You know, his negotiational experience obviously helps in that area.
You cut a hard bargain sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, recently, obviously, with Leo Fortune West, I don't think it's a secret that the chairman did speak to the chairman of Cardiff, and and they struck a deal. I mean, what happened after that obviously was very sad because we didn't think Leo was going. Indeed, the chairman said he could stay, and the money really wasn't that important to him at the end of the day. It was important to me. I thought it was a very, very good offer, but the chairman said if you don't want to go, he don't want to go, and I'm very proud of him for that because a lot of people would have grabbed that money and run.
Substitution for the Millers, number 7, Mark Robbins, replaced by 23, Trevor
in the
Berry.
DJ stroke announcer's box. Hello.
Hello, I'm Richard Lee, stadium announcer at Rotherham United.
Are you responsible for the record playing as well?
Yes, it is my responsibility.
So, was it your choice to choose Blur's song to announce for those perhaps who didn't notice that a goal's gone in?
Public demand.
Really?
It's a very popular goal-scoring piece of music.
Yeah.
So we bow to the supporters of Rotherham United.
If a local group got famous, would you put them on instead of Blur?
If a local band is good enough to have their track played, then we will certainly support them in every way.
Yeah, not heard of Pulp then. I mentioned earlier a report by accountants Deloitte and Touche. In the same report, they suggested that to be in control of a football club's finances, you need a defined strategy, clear focus, top-class people, financial resources and a lot of luck. And with no civic leaders to gossip with at half-time, this seemed the perfect opportunity to confront these big issues.
How's the soup today, Mr. Chairman?
Very good. It is tomato soup, man, actually.
Well, we heard that it was going to be tomato soup today, Chairman.
Well, they knew that you were coming, so they changed it to chicken.
I suppose one of your roles as Chairman is making those cut and thrust decisions, isn't it?
Yes, but we've got very good staff.
Did it faze you having to make those tough decisions at the top of the tree here at Rotherham?
No, I'm used to it.
How do you think it's going so far?
At least for the young lad, Arthur's doing very well. First game.
Is that his debut? Yeah?
Debut today, yeah. Could have scored 2, couldn't he? Come through the youth policy, which is rather nice to see.
So we want to see those young players coming through the youth.
I think we've all got to work with the youth now. We really have got no choice in it at all. And if the transfer fees are abolished altogether, well, what's going to happen then? Because the bigger club's not going to get the money as well. It'll only make bigger wages for the Premiership players, won't it?
You don't want to see that?
No, I think they're getting overpaid now. 30s and 40 grand a week's too much. Everybody we inquire for these days, even on loan, from just one division above us, are on 4.5 grand a week. I mean, it's crazy. Today's crowd's 3,500. Chairman's just pointing out to me, took 18 grand.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Mr. Bulls, we wouldn't be here. So that's that.
Looks like it's one for Rotherham. We're now on the cop end. They finally stuck the ball in the net. A dream start to the second half, we may say. Kai Branston.
And that's the way it stayed till full time. The Millers' first home win of the season. Time to check the mood in the dressing room before the chairman sets off for home.
Oh, there. Are you trying to give us a slip, Ken?
Yeah. We battle well.
Congratulations, everyone.
It's a nice win. Now we get that easy game at Stoke City next week.
I'm glad I'm away.
Are you away, Chairman?
I'm going to Mallorca for the week.
So, did you feel there's much difference between like the scrap business and the football business on a sort of
Oh, it's a
basic
different
level?
business altogether. But I enjoy both.
Well, indeed. I mean, some people would say, on a business level, taking over a football club is, is a crazy thing because there's not that many of them make much money, is it? It's got to be it's a passion thing, isn't it?
It's a passion and it's a hobby. I don't smoke, and I'm not an heavy drinker either. So of course, we'll look after Rotherham United.
So just an oval team tonight to celebrate the 3 points.
That's right.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Have a pleasant evening.
Thank you.
Superb.
Thank you, Ken.
So, there you have it. A week in the life of Rotherham United. Maybe Alan Sugar or Peter Kenyon could learn a trick or two from Mr. Booth. You don't get out for note. Mustn't grumble. More Suit Mr. Mayor was presented by me, Nick Banks, and is a Something Else production for 5 Live.